Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Continuing along with the rough of the illustration. So this time on some exact positions of some body parts, namely the foot, which has somehow become the centerpiece of the whole illustration, right in the dead center. Realistically needs to be quite a bit bigger in such a perspective. Namely because of the angle that we're sitting at here. So we're going to have a lot of foot. It's not going to be feet, but it's certainly going to be foot. In general, to counteract that, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crop it so that it's more of a square than a rectangle of a canvas that I'm working on. I was originally envisioning something a little bit more vertical, seeing as humans are very much vertically standing bipedals. So typically, whenever I do character art, I try to go over vertical canvas, but I think for here we want a square canvas that encompasses the two of them here in a neater sort of way. Let's decide how much back I want here. I think from the back of the head it'll be like what up like here. And then I probably should have actually added it to the reference folder I have in the file. But I have, after turning the game on earlier, unlocked Kirino's friendship live 2D thingy in game, so I should probably have a look at that at some point. Because she also is, from what I can see from the preview, very conveniently also leaned over in about the same position that I am working with here. So that might be quite useful. I need to judge where the collarbone goes. I think that's probably going to be up to here. This will be going around like here. That means that I think she's wearing a essentially wet shirt that is sticking to her somewhat. Which means that we need the shirt itself to go and loop loosely around her shoulder, no, over her collarbone somewhat. So we're bringing that around here. You can add details like creases at a later stage, but that brings this part here. This is the chest part, and that means that we'll actually have the buckle for the vest, kind of like about right there, the vest coming right over his shoulder. And this will be essentially a buckle, probably be about here-ish, maybe. That's where the buckle would be. Give that a little bit of thickness there. So that brings that, so that this will be bring this over her shoulder, so that's coming down there. So actually the buckle should be quite a bit lower than her breast line. It needs to be like around her waistline more. I think the buckle for the most part would be almost out of view, but I've concluded that the life vest itself somewhat needs to stick to the shape of her body. It's going around behind her right there. So saying that this is going probably around here. This is coming through here. So because of the angle that we're at and the fact that this has to stick to her, we know that these little pockets on her life vest have to be sticking out this way perspective wise. There's some flexibility to their shape, but otherwise and we also know that this is not a, well, it's not really a life vest. Is it still called a life vest when it's like this, or is it just a life preserver? But this is essentially just a single layer that does not curl around her back, so we know that this actually has a essential backside that we can kind of bring down here that's also sticking to her body shape. This will probably end up going behind Fubuki's leg here, which I think we want to bring like just right across like this. Also, we're gonna include more foot by quite a significant margin, then gonna have to take that into account as well, which means that we'll probably end up seeing the knot for her shirt going around her waist about here. That will go in around behind said foot again. Just let's go like that. Just kind of do something that vaguely resembles a knot. And this side is just what's got the Valkyrie logo. That's totally going to be behind her braid for the most part. So she is wearing a shirt that is, you can essentially see that it's quite loose. So go, maybe not that aggressively around, maybe we'll go like that around. So her arm's coming through here, shirt's going around through here. And we want to direct her eyes towards, ideally I want them to vaguely look like they're looking at each other. So I think from an angle like this, would be somewhat appropriate. I'm not sure I actually have her hair stick out. Because it should really have another bit that just like sticks out. You'll have that go over the top of here. And while Whistle goes like into what here-ish. Give us some more aggressive perspective there. Actually, it's the Whistle needs a bit of 3D, so let's just go like this instead. Just so that's got a bit of a 3D effect here. here on there. I guess I can essentially hide her other arm entirely behind Fubuki, and it's generally going to be fine. Kind of really working with the sheer shape of the inner tube here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crop this down. So we now have 15 by 16.86. In simpler terms, almost square. Okay, so you will be able to at least somewhat see that. It's not that big, so we want to probably go. And then we want the creases to pull in towards the knot here. But we also want the shirt. So you can see that there's some volume here because of the bit here, which is essentially not sticking to her. Because you can see her swimsuit underneath. And then you can see her skin color underneath as well. Which means that there's some gap here that is not having the shirt completely stick to her skin here. So say that the spacing is from like here to here, maybe. This is not this line. Drawing some kind of wet clothing will also be probably some good practice here. Okay, the question is, do I try to start lining things in at a cleaner slate? Still not sure how I feel about the overall shape here. I've definitely detailed in Kirino's hair much better than I've done it for Fubuki here. So I should go. And we also want. How's this look? Will we see the... Oh my god. What the fuck is happening here? Okay. If there's ever a reason to try and crop as much of the halo out of the frame, this is definitely one of them. What the fuck is happening? I think we'll have to have the loop out here as well, and maybe like a little bit of the loop coming through past her hair. I think I've actually like overdone her hair a little bit. It should be more like this, you know, what I've got right now. Which also means that we'll see more halo, which honestly I don't know how happy I would be with seeing more halo. I definitely also positioned it completely wrong, but that's fine. Halo was drawn in last, and I don't have to worry about it to the end. Alright, and for that purpose, what am I dealing with here? Because Fubuki's head is much more shit. What angle do I have here? Oh yeah, that's gonna be totally visible. Okay, well. Jeez. Or one more like here. What the fuck is this? There's heart shapes that's looping around each other. It doesn't actually loop, it cuts itself off at certain points whenever it's supposed to go over a spot. Like instead of going underneath, it just cuts off. This one, her one does not. This, wait. No, it totally cuts off as well. Okay, let me look up the halos on their own, because I know for a fact that that's definitely a resource that's available to me. That ain't good. Alright, Wiki, I just need you to work like once, and then that'll be good enough. Let's see, Kirino Gallery. Go to Halo. Click on the Halo Gallery. Then we want to go down to Kirino Fubuki. Okay. Oh, it goes. Whoop. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and plop these into these images as well, just so I have them. Actually, wait, I should put them into here, shouldn't I? Let me just merge these two layers, and then I want to copy that, then paste it here. Then we just want to merge these two layers. We'll just leave it here for now in terms of needing to look at it. Okay. Whoop. Oh, that's just the... Oh. Okay, well, regardless, gonna make yet another layer just so I have. Should the foot just be further out, so she's not spreading her legs quite as much. Because right now, based on the upper body position here, she is spread. Might be better just to have the foot be more close to the outer edges of the whole image. Just so that, based on the anatomy, it's not this like incredible act of leg spreading that's happening here. I'll also turn our foot a little bit, because this is more of a front view of a foot. Regardless, let's just say that the donut is like this. So that's like the sprinkles on it. Which does mean that I need to now draw yet another foot. I'm gonna take a look at some foot references because I'm not 100% sure I know exactly what I'm doing. Feet. It's very much notable that most of my feet references in my Pinterest folder is more shoes. Also depends on like the arc of the toes and the sole of the foot as well, based on your position. Like the how angled your ankle is as well, or your ankle joint is. Let's say we are instead positioning. Let's say muscle A is like here. Let's say ankle is like here. Let's say at the side of the foot through here. So the base of the foot would be something like this. The actual foot will have to be, or leg would be something like this. We'll have the toe. Hmm. Hmm. Just puts the ankle more like here, doesn't it? Hmm. Oh dear. Hmm. Oh there. Currently, the thing that is very much up is the foot. Um, changing the overall leg position so that well, to put it in the simplest ways, her legs aren't so aggressively spread apart and they're more naturally vertically facing from the head, or longwise facing from the head, so that her legs aren't just very spread. You know, based on perspective, it's still a little bit weird. I think I have some leeway to actually just have the foot almost sitting like here, like pointing out of frame. Just have her, because I think, because body leg will be coming up like here at this, and then leg will have to start from like here, but it's also coming towards the camera, so actually with this angle the Y can't come up like this. Y has to come up like this, right? Because she'll be hooked around like a shrimp. So the leg has to be coming up like this. Because her body is curled into a U shape. Should actually just increase where the sole. I think what I need to do is grab the whole foot and go like this. And then change it so that the sole of the, or the ankle heel part of the foot is closer to this. And this is the sole of the foot, but we don't include... I think I need to leave that line in there just for me to use as a guide. The fun bit is that this is 100% going to be the front of the whole illustration here, so I really would like to get it down before tackling anything else, which makes it incredibly awkward. And when you don't know what the heck you're doing with feet, you consult the experts at it. Let's see. See if I can get a feet in a nice angle. Alright, I'm gonna click through some images and see if I can dig out a foot that works with what I'm trying to angle in that. Oh, good. When it comes down to it, the bit I'm still more worried about for the overall piece is still going to be the halo in a way, because they have two of the very crazy halos in the game, which may become a problem. Well, hopefully it doesn't become a problem. But I need the foot to be almost side on, right? I mean, finding foot references are always a little bit questionable. Okay, let me see if I can just get this foot in here. Really depends on how side on I want this part, right? I think I brought this up way too far. Was it supposed to be more like this? Whoop. That ain't right. Bring it. So we've got more of an arc on the foot here, just like this. Then the muscle will be coming in like here. And then you'll have this into your actual heel. Then the real question is, how do I connect that to the foot, right? That puts the ankle like here. I've got a really awkward angle that I'm working at here. Actually, does that work? Because that puts the shape of the soul like this. That turns the heel into that. Does... I think I need to bring this in a lot sharper. That's my problem here. Doesn't feel right. I feel like I have to bring it in. That'd be a good old think about it. I mean, realistically, that's probably about as good as it's gonna get for the whole foot here. Oscar, I'm gonna try outlining it in. Why not? Just... Alright, put that over there and put that there. Okay, you can be red. Yeah, sure. Okay, so the corner piece of everything's positioning is going to be... Actually, should I be drawing it this? Yeah, I think this will be fine. I really just grab a ruler. Oh my god. Alright, ruler, get the heck out of the way. Okay, let's just say that. The donut is like that. A little bit uneven, as donut tops should be. Then it is beat. Should that come back further? I feel like I'm not doing a good enough job of directing the foot at the camera. Well, actually, no, I think the foot is being directed at the camera. I'm not directing the link very well towards the camera. Part of this also is determined by exactly the width of the carve. Because as slender as she is, because the main thing with the carve is that it is thicker near the knee than it would be near the whatchamacallit, foot. I think what I need to do is I'm going to bring the carve in from like here. Like and then we're going to do the heel like this. Got that line. Bring the heel around like so. Whoop. We need to have the muscle of the foot here, then the muscle of the foot that goes under the heel like here. Please don't cut my whole line, that would be very convenient. Why did it become so sharp? Then we want to hook this around smoothly. Cut this line, cut that line. We want to bring the muscle of the foot in here. So that's like the bridge of the foot. Getting nice and close into those toes. The one bone out here, it's like kind of the bridge area of the toes into this is for fun, essentially. In terms of what's the best way to put it? How notable I am in terms of like the art community. I'm basically only at the stage of I do fan art sometimes. So I'm still in that or I've moved more into the stage of where I'm actually kind of trying to grow the presence with more fan art things of popular IPs, because that's, in simplest terms, how you get the clicks on the good old social medias. Yeah, I think I joked about it when someone else asked me in terms of why I don't do original characters very much. It was like, I can show you my Pixie analytics, and basically whenever you do big IP, you just get way more views. It is actually just like very much nice and day. Because as much as I enjoy a little bit of character design, it's not really great in terms of usage of my time if I want to reach a point where I'll be getting commissions for artwork and related things. Crocs indeed. But we're putting the old swimsuit into the water. So we're taking the Crocs off and we're trying to put in some bare feet right now. Really don't know if I'm sticking the leg out enough here. Essentially. Also, as for what this is, currently, as the whole northern hemisphere is in the great heats of summer, the old gacha gaming is now throwing out all of the swimsuit characters, and we're taking one of the bigger IPs and turning it into fan art. I'm not British. I am Kiwi, which is a British colony. I do randomly pick up things from listening to other people talk. So if I've listened to a British person a lot recently, then I'll usually end a lot of my T syllables on the T rather than starting it from the T. Yeah, New Zealand. I mean, I'm an immigrant, so I grew up here, so for the most part my accent is Kiwi, and apparently my accent is incredibly whitewashed, so it's the wonderful accent where even though I play a very unhealthy amounts of Yu-Gi-Oh, it's always a little awkward to talk to other people about it, because we can't pronounce our A's or E's properly, and it sounds very questionable whenever we need to talk about dicks. The dicks. God damn it. We pronounce our E's like our I's, so card games. Talking about card games always sounds incredibly odd. Gotta cut that line down a little bit. The whole design is, I tried to go for something that was bordering something in between, but if you're only looking at the top, then it's generally leaning more feminine. I can tell you now, my model is 100% a amalgamation of a lot of things I've tried or wanted to learn in terms of the Live 2D VTuber process. So for the most part, you can't really take too much from it because it changes every few months when I decide to throw something new at it. So the appearance may very much change again in some time. I'm just really looking at that leg. Not really, I play like 2. I play Blue Archive and I play Princess Connect, that's it. And they're both pretty lenient on the free-to-play players. Well, at least the Japanese versions of the games are. I don't know about the English versions. I mean, Blue Archive is localized by Nixon, so I presume that it's a gacha hell over there. I really don't know how I feel about this link. Is that the Hoyoverse one? I don't really know anything about it. I've just seen it hovering around. You know, I think I should just stop messing with the foot and just try look at something else instead. So I can determine if it still looks ridiculous after a while. Okay, let's deal with Kirino's head up here. Okay, where should we start from here? Do I start with the goggles or start with the hair? The main identifying part of her hair is actually going to be this lock right here. And depending on how I do it, I can kind of hide it behind everything else. So we want a kind of hook here. Yeah, but I wanted to roll with, was it the Hoyoverse stuff right now? Was it? I can very much see, at least on Pixiv, based on my recommendations and also my homepage, which does include that, was it? Well, at least for the past 2 weeks, I think now, Firefly has been a very popular tag alongside Star Rail, so... if I wanted to get it on that bus, then that would probably be the choice there. Okay, I think that's the most defining part of her head right there. Let's try and work around there. It's the latest character for Star Rail. I mean, as the story has been explained very poorly to me, the current arc of Star Rail was you go to some place that lets you dive into dreams for some reason. Apparently it's not important, but you go on a date with a cute girl and then a bunch of stuff happens and then basically a giant... you go on the giant warpath of trying to find her again. And that's basically how the story was explained to me, because apparently a bunch of other stuff happened, but it's not important. The important bit is that you meet a cute girl and you go on a date with her as part of the canon story, and that's the only important part of this arc. Or at least that's what I know. So yeah, there's a rail. Do you mean ring? I don't know any rails that are Elden. How far up should this go? Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls are the Lord of the Rings? Elden Ring? I have not. I have watched people play it though. I know for a fact that I lack the hands to play those games very well. I don't know how much I'll enjoy them. I mean, if I was like doing gaming as my choice of content creation, then it might be worth a bigger look at, because everyone loves watching people struggle at games. But since I'm not doing that, I haven't really considered playing it myself, because I know that I would probably get pretty pissed at the game. It's like I'm fine with watching other people play it. It's not the game for me. Have that bit hook over her here, and then we want to bring how far around do we want to bring this plastic part? Because we're not hiding this entirely behind her tuft of hair here, so bring this around like so. Then I want to probably bump this out a little bit if I can, just to give the plastic a bit of thickness there. Then I want to give the plastic a bit of thickness here. How long was it? 2020 March, since the pandemic. In terms of drawing more seriously, it probably would have been sometime after that, because I only drew a bit just to make things to practice Live 2D at the time, because that was the initial goal. Hello there. I do not think I have done this very well in this exact spot. Let's do that. Let's just bump this around and pull this all the way around. That means that I have a corner here. Oh, that's fine. A round corner is fine. But hello there. Trying to get this goggle into place here with some summer gotcha character Fanart here. Okay, I think as long as I have the first part of the goggle in, I can eyeball everything else. Okay, all good. Let's see, let's go like that. There's not much in terms of the actual line layer so far. We've got a foot lined in along with the bottom half of this donut here. It's currently largely just a sketch or rough to position everything. Yeah, trying to do some different things and get some practice in, which is why the angle's a little bit weird and why there's a foot right up front and center. Well, it's not up front and center anymore, it's up front, but it's to the side now. I want her hair to split in front. We're probably right about here, right? We want here, then we want to go here. Then we want to go like this, this. My wrist doesn't work this way, hold on. Turn that around. Do that, and then we want to go, let me just be smart and do it like this. Do that. No. We want to go like that. And then we want to go like that. Okay. Whoop! Don't do that. So that's her hair coming down the middle of her head. We want to curl the side piece of hair here. But this is going to be the line layer that goes down before the colors go down. So if you want to see how careful I was with my sketch or my rough, it was what was it? It started like that into that and that into that. Like so. Essentially, the level of how careful I'm being is basically increasing as I get deeper into the thing. Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure on the overall composition in terms of which ways the bodies were facing, how the bodies were angled, which way the camera essentially is looking at the scene. So there's a lot of fumbling around with that. Where do we want to bring her hair in here? I want to bring it in like curving into her cheek over her eye. So let's bring this in here. Actually, no, let's bring this further out. Let's go like this. Oh yeah. Do we want to bring it that far out? I want to split this here. That's probably where I want to bring this in. Then I want to have the bit here, like so. Then we want to have I just looked at that X and it bothers me slightly that it's not quite even on all sides. It looks a little bit jagged. You know, that might just be and no, that's just perspective. Okay, that's just perspective. Okay. But anyways, most of how I do art things is like was based from learning Live 2D, so a little bit of how I work is reflected off that. Cheers to that. Let's see, let's go. How turned do I want this? I want to turn this more than what I'm looking at here, so let's go. Go like that into this, into this, into this, into this, and cut that. Sure. Okay, how do I want to bring her hair around the side of her head here? Because I want to include that flick, which is about in line with her eyes, which definitely means I want to bring her hair down. Actually, just bring out the flick first. Bring out the flick out here. Hello there. Just give me a moment while I try to eyeball the rest of this. Welcome to people on the Twitch side there. We're currently working on some Blue Archive Fanart because summer is here, and that means that every gacha game in the world has to throw swimsuits around. I'm currently just trying to eyeball the side here in terms of how I want to do it. But cheers to the raid. Feel free to sit back and relax while I try to work out what the heck I'm doing here. How do I want to bring the head around? I want to bring it around into the stroke, so let's bring it down into here. The heck is this line? What was I doing here? Oh, that's a shirt. Do we want that there? Or do we not want that there? Okay, so in terms of her hair here, we'll bring it in front of her shirt sleeve. As much as we have her leaning over, we want to bring this down like here. So this will be some, not like that, but like that. We're going to bring this to about here. Well, how much do we want to see her cheek? We'll bring this down like here. We'll bring this into here, and we'll bring this into here. Okay. So we'll sit on that for a bit. We'll sit there like that. So that's her hair coming down her side of her face. Oh, do I want to do eyes or do the eyes above the hair or not? I should probably decide on that now. Or do I do the slightly transparent part over the eyes? Cheers to the follow there. Let's see. Eye over hair or hair over eye? That is the question right now. I'm kind of hooking her hair in a little bit aggressively here, so ideally, I actually need to bring her cheek down a little bit from where my ruff is. Let me just redo the wand here. Okay, I think we'll just go and draw the eyes separately later, but as for her head, we want to bring her face down like here, but we want to bring her, the eye line's like here, so we want to bring her cheek in like here. Really? I'm not gonna just let me cleanly erase that line? Ah, jeez. Excuse me on that one. That about where the eye line into the cheek line. The head's leaned over a little bit, so that's about where I want it. Alright, the hand. I kind of very messily angled the hand in here as a very rough part, just to have it in here around the whistle, but I think what I want instead is to have forefinger pointing this way, so that is essentially sandwiching the whistle between her thumb and her forefinger's last joint here, instead of whatever I have right now. This goes into joint number 2, which is like here. That goes into about here. We just want to bring her this around for the remainder of her fingers. So this will go into here. Then we want to bring Fister around. So at best, what we're going to have is, say this is the top of her hand, and we'll bring the thumb out from behind the other part of her hand here. So we'll hide the base of her thumb here. We'll put the whistle into her mouth here. We'll go ahead and give it the perspective treatment here a little bit, give it a little bit of thickness, and then also give it a little bit of the 3D shape here with that line. So this is the side of her thumb. This is the top of her hand. I probably want to go more like that. And then if it's like that, then we've got knuckle into knuckle. Into knuckle. Into, this is what the pinky, so it'll be something like that, where we have finger, and then we want to hook the finger around. And we want to, at this angle, also probably go a bit like this, so that we can see a little bit of each hand here. And we don't have to worry about the length of each of these fingers from this angle, so we'll just go with that. Alright, cheers to that. Is that line coming out too far? Then we have remainder of hand muscle coming through here. And then we need to deal with the, you know, this is what this part of this muscle, then into the part of the other muscle, curve this in more. Okay, what is exactly happening with this part? these are solid objects, so regardless of the angle that the wrist is at, these things have to take a set shape. Okay, so we have cylinder up front. So let's say cylinder goes around like so. So the top of the cylinder will be something like so. That is a tube that comes down like this, more or less straight, maybe a little in because it is facing away from the camera. Just a tiny little bit, and then we need a section here. Not entirely sure what this is, but this is essentially the cylinder. Then we have... How square is this? Very square. Okay, so we have a cube, or whatever a... It's not just called a polygon, is it? What's it called? Quadrilateral? Or something or other, where it has 4 sides, or 6 sides, with 4 sides to each side, or 4 lines to each side, and we want to go maybe a little bit inwards because we're going away from camera, and we want to we don't want this to be sticking entirely to here, so we want to make this line parallel more or less to this line, so we'll cut that there. We'll bring this down like this, and we want to direct it a little bit off parallel so that it is getting smaller as it goes away from camera. Then we want to direct this back in like so, and that will go from here to here. Yeah, sure. Okay, I don't exactly know what's happening with this box, so we'll just go ahead and draw a single line to separate the 2 parts here. This might be a little bit big. Maybe we'll just bring this into like here. And that means that this will be in a bit more as well. Not like that. Not like that, but like that. Ah, sure. Okay, then... Do we want her ear to be visible at all? Maybe like a tiny bit. The very edge of her ear, will squeeze it in, kind of like right here. Don't know if that's really... Because the side hair of her head will... We've got the head slightly more turned in what we're looking at, so we'll bring the hair down like here. We want to curve this better here. Do we want to have this hair curl over the top of her shoulder? Because we have her leaning over. This hair is coming down the front, but the remainder of the hair is coming down to the side of her head. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring her shoulder, or the shirt, down. We don't have as quite as aggressive of a opening as what we're looking at in her game art, because our angle is slightly different. But we want a nice thin material that has an opening here, and we want her arm to be coming down right about here. Then we want to have the hair at the back curve through and behind the hair here. We can kind of create the splits here by going like that. And might be better just not have her ear in here. So this is coming down the side of her head and slightly out. How much does her hair puff out? Like a bit, right? I mean, her braid's only on one side, so this is the side that's loose. I actually want to bring this in a sharper angled in. Oh. Doesn't really feel that good though. Maybe we'll cut you and we'll instead direct this at a steep angle. No, that doesn't feel good either. I think the problem is actually here. I think we'll just omit the line on the outside and imply that her hair is in here. A little bit of a gap there that we can see through, and then have hair coming through here as well. Or we could imply that this is curving, because her hair from here is really being pulled around her braids. So I think we'll just imply there's a little bit of a gap here, so that it's still loose but not fully. Okay, I think I've like completely snapped the finger here a little bit because I've changed where the knuckle was partway through. We're gonna bring the finger right through here instead. Finger looks a little long actually. No, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and just bring the arm. We're gonna hide the finer details of the arm here with Fubuki's foot. This have to come down like this, and this have to come down like this. Should we actually angle the arm out more so it's coming down like this? Actually no, because we want the hand to almost be turned. So that. Oh, I don't know about the angle here. If I just have the elbow sticking out here, then it will have to be almost like what, this. Take up that whole space there. And I'll need to very aggressively define the bone of the elbow. Almost like that. I don't know how I feel about that. Would I just admit it completely, just imply that her arm is coming forward. So it's like coming down here and into here. I've gone from finagling a foot into finagling an arm. These kind of perspectives are really weird when they're coming towards the camera. Let me just sit down. You go over there. Hmm. Because this part has to be a solid object. Oh jeez. Hello there. Currently trying to work out what the heck I'm doing with here. Okay, I think what I need to do is just remove this line back here. And determine exactly where the arm is headed. Because even if you can twist your wrist at almost a 90... Actually, your wrist pretty much can go at a 90-degree angle, right? As much as it's probably not very comfortable to hold at that kind of angle. But if you hold, then elbow come through here into here. Then leaning over will probably be closer to what? Whoop. The elbow will be down to like here then. And then elbow will be the bit sticking out, so you'd have to somewhat aggressively define the point of the elbow. Outwards. Don't even make this box thing smaller. I feel like this thing is taking up a lot of real estate. I'm gonna like reduce the size of it a little bit more. I've also completely hidden the essential strap that goes around her wrist that starts on this cylinder, which will probably actually should be in here, something like this. We'll just add in the strap for this thing into here. That goes around the wrist. That brings this arm down like what, like this. Can you bring this arm just out? Or do I shrink the hand? Is the hand too big? I feel like... maybe a little bit. Let me just see if I can just grab part of this and shift it. Say we take this part of the hand and just go like about into here. I think that's a bit closer to what I want. Well, I could just fundamentally change the angle here, so that's more upwards facing. That finger is way off. There are a couple of different else. All right, time to redraw the hand. Back to sketch. I think what I'm going to do is just try and direct her arm more inwards in front of her body instead. Since we have the leeway of a leaned over body, we'll instead direct the whistle into mouth and then down. And then we'll also include a little bit of an angle, or just very little. We want very little, right? Because the angle isn't it. We want the angle to be a little sharper. Oh, let's make the angle a little sharper. Given that, it means that our thumb will be pressed against the side here. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find references on holding a whistle. Anatomy, hands, let's see, there's something very specific like holding a small object and 2 fingers. This is quite close. But is it good enough for me to try and figure out what the heck I'm doing? Maybe. Alright, we'll try and work with this. So the general concept is that I need to have forefinger going over side. Do I need to bring this down more? I have this much visible on the side, and this is actually somewhat turned, isn't it? Because this will be the top, like over here. That means that we can have finger over the top, like so. Why am I trying to draw this without doing a sketch? Oh, the bad ideas. Oh, the very many bad ideas that are happening right now. Okay, this is closer to what I expect from a wait, this hand, I'm looking at it from there it is. I'm looking at the back side of the hand, so hello by the way. I'm just staring at my hand, trying to work out exactly what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at what this hand. Yes, looking at the back side of this hand. So I'm looking at it from this angle, like yeah. Oh, I'm twisting my hand in a really bad way. Hold up. Is there something that's very close to a whistle that I have just lying around me? Whatever. Oh, here. Here's some ancient technology. Here's a USB stick. So whistle in like this, and then I'm twisting my hand in a really bad way. Finger Because even jeez, my arm doesn't twist like that. Oh gee, actually, that. Oh dear. Okay, but I think what I want to do is I want to actually bring this part of finger. Actually, what angle is she holding the whistle at in the original art here? Well, that's much more turned in what I'm working with. Okay, I think I want to actually just cut this entire side and just bring finger over top and then just have width of, it'll be what, like finger, like, it'll just be what, the top side of the whole finger, so it'll be what, like this, pointing into the distance, like so. That brings this part of the hand into here. Then that brings what, this part. So you have the bone of the thumb coming through here. That goes into hand. The actual muscle here. Well, basically, thumb goes into hand muscle. Yeah, definitely don't, because we're looking at more what this muscle here now. Okay, that's not gonna work. Alright. Alright, let's be smarter about this and rather than looking through my existing references. Hand. Whistle. Not that kind of whistle. I need an actual physical whistle, not using your fingers to whistle. Hand. Holding whistle. That's a smartphone, that is not a whistle. Come on, whistles are still in use. You still have to use them when you're out and about in the wild. Alright, Pinterest. Let's go to Google. Hand holding whistle. Maybe. Because only some form of physical activity now that includes the whistle, apparently. No, I don't need to hold at this angle. I need to hold it towards the mouth, please. Blowing into whistle. Spelled whistle wrong. Okay, that's more like it. A lot of these aren't actually whistles. Some of these are party poppers, but okay. You can even see the good old Shutterstock or whatever stock image thing watermark this is. Alright, give me this. So, we want a more front on view of the whistle, we have whistle into. Can you see the? You can. Okay. Into the little hole where the sound in the air comes out of. In fact, well, you've been given some perspective. Let's go like that. Into just solid object instead of having any sides. And then maybe like this is the blowhole. Into thumb. Finger over top. So knuckle is here, so finger starts like here. We'll bring finger over top, hook over whistle. So joint is like right over the top here. I want to keep the fingers like somewhat slender, so middle finger is a little bit longer. I want to keep these lines at a different angle here. Whoop, that is not it. The tool's this object. Well, do we want the full fist facing front here view that I'm looking at now? I wanted it to be still slightly turned, so I'm trying to make adjustments for that on the fly, so go. I think I need to bring this finger, the pinky in by quite a bit just to get the angle here. And even if we say that the fist is curved inwards, actually, if I do like this, how much can I curve the fist inwards? This angle, the fore or middle finger will end up being against the horizon. So okay, something that resembles a hand and an arm. terms of the muscle here, even with a distinctive curve out, I've done this in the wrong spot. This will curve into here. The actual muscle for the arm will be like here. And then I could technically, I think I want to slim down the arm. Oh, bring. How much meat do I want in the hand here? Because that is the pinky. Oh. Oh, jeez. Pretty much here. This bum into this muscle, into this muscle, and then the rest has to start from like here. And even if I'm directing the wrist away, or the arm away from the camera, I'm looking at like, the back side of here, so the muscle will be up on this side. Can I bring yeah, how ridiculous does this look now? If we have, the shoulder will be like here, her armpit's like here, and arm would be coming down like here. That also means that we want to kind of change the angle of her sleeve, so that's going more like this. Where I can, I want to use her sleeve to just kind of hide the other side of her arm. That will just reduce the complication of all of the parts here. Okay, I think what I need here is to more aggressively define the bone on the wrist here. And then bring this in a bit more. Then do I need to find this knuckle a bit better? Okay, no, I think I need to bring her arm down like here or something. This should end up like here. Oh, whatever. We'll just roll that for a bit, and then before the color comes down, I'll just go around and fix everything that doesn't feel right. Okay, so if her hand is like that instead, then that means that this stuff is almost entirely facing the... Oh, I can hide her wrist area. That helps. So let's say, because we can see that her bone of her wrist is back there, so this is actually going all the way over the front of that. Oh, we can hide some of the less fine details that I have created with this giant cube. Angle we're at best we might see a little bit of this, but we also need to have cylinder. next to this, which is supposed to wrap around her wrist. This is like a bullet top. And this thing has a strap that goes around, so let's just go like that and go like that. It's gonna give it the thickness for the strap area going around the thing. We'll give this a little bit of thickness like this. Okay, this is aggressive. But we will try to give this another little cord bit around the side here. Okay, so I mean there are symbols of hand and an arm, kind of. Still a little iffy about how it feels. I feel like I don't have the upper arm here. I feel like the upper arm might need to come in deeper here. Hello there. Yeah, I feel like I need more upper arm here. But anyways, welcome. I'm currently trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing with the arm here. Feel like, cause this is coming in more like this. I could work with the armpit as a way to try and guide some of these lines, but I also need to have the life vest coming over the top as well, so I might be able to get away without having some of the less fine lines being visible. I think I'm really overthinking some of these parts. Well, at least until it reaches the final stage, I feel like I'm overthinking a lot of these parts. Let's just close her face in there. These lines don't line up at all anymore. If chin here, then this line needs to come out like here at this. How exactly does the blowhole on the whistle work? It's literally just a... on the outside with no color, it would just be one square. Like so, I guess. I guess I can still have like a little bit of this overall shape here, like so. I think I need to thumb into like this. Okay, the question is, do I bring the life jacket over the top and just remove some of the lines that aren't quite as fine? Because if I bring it over her shoulder, it'll go right over the top here, ideally. Just have it go over her shoulder as she's leaning over, and then pull it back in towards her body. Oh, her arm looks really short for the angle that I'm at. Ugh. This angle needs to be less sharp and more parallel. So I just do that as a quick fix. How ridiculous does that look? I think I just need to make the box a little wider. It covers her whole wrist. Well, does this have to be less aggressive now based on the angle? Because we're looking at... Oh wait, no. If we're looking at the back side... No, because this is the muscle coming out through here. So you're looking at a... Will be the top side that has this muscle. Or is it because I'm not bringing this muscle out far enough? It should be more like that. And then bring that into the elbow. So I'm also, this part is going away from camera. So... It should be getting smaller as it moves away. Alright, but regardless, that's all the time I have for today. It's been a long time messing with a single foot, and then it's been a long time messing with a that I'm really not too sure about. Actually, the hand looks tiny now. The hand looks very tiny now. That's going to need a resizing. I'll worry about that next time. Okay, so regardless, I think the general composition is in place. So while some body parts might move around to fit better on what it needs to do, I think what I have going with what needs to go where is fine. That hand definitely needs to be bigger. That hand is tiny. Yeah, that hand is definitely tiny. That would increase the size of the... Because the wrist can bend quite aggressively. It's just the bit I'm not too sure if I'm working it in very well, because I've also got the thing going around her wrist that's also very aggressively blocking the wrist area. Well, that doesn't feel very good after a while. I'll figure that out at that point. Alright, so anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of drawing. Starting on the line art. Well, it's hands and feet. It's the two hardest things in terms of the human anatomy, so we'll kind of be working on that, and then hopefully once it gets to the other parts, it will get a lot smoother. So anyways, if you want to see more of this art stuff in the future, remember to be subscribed or following, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you all next time.